Good afternoon, everyone. So, just gone midday, give or take. Today's plan is to hike up Mynydd, Rhiw, see an old Iron Age flint mine, and there it is, Mynydd, Rhiw. And then from Mynydd, Rhiw to descend along the plateau and the flank, link up with the Welsh coastal path, follow the Welsh coastal path for a bit, and then back to my accommodation. So 10 to 15, not quite sure distance wise exactly, but around about 10 to 20 kilometers, give or take. And yeah, that's it really. It's been nice to get away and just have 2 weeks of having minimal filming and just relaxing and enjoying myself. So yeah, nice little walk around the Llŷn Peninsula. Happy days. Well, as you can tell, finally left the B roads, so very happy with that. And the only thing I absolutely have forgotten about hiking in the UK is just how unmarked the paths and so on are, so I really have to double check my map reading, triple check with GPS. So yeah, all that fun stuff, but it's all coming back to me, all the books I read about mountain leader training and so on. So yeah, happy days. So, I've just come across the ruins of this old, I don't know if it was a farmhouse or if it was a shed, but yeah, you always got an entryway here. I'm not gonna explore too much, seeing as it is private property, and yeah. But yeah, I didn't even know this was here based on the map, so yeah. Bushwhacking through chest-high ferns, not my favourite part of hiking in the UK, mainly ticks, but you know, I'll press onwards, watch out for brambles such as this one right here, very nasty right across the trail. There we go. Ow. No. Getting caught by brambles and all sorts, but it does look like this path has been used, as it is a little bit cut through, so yeah. Time for a little bit of a bushwhacking adventure, I reckon. Alrighty, so here I am, right at the cusp of going into the, into the National Trust site of Mynydd Rhiw. So around here there should be an old Neolithic axe factory or flint workshop, but I'm not really seeing it. But then again, it is Neolithic, so yeah. The wind is picking up a bit. It's very, very low level cloud cover. I mean, if we look at what's the name of the mountain? Mountain Rhiw, which is just on the other side of the valley here. You'll see that the summit is absolutely covered in cloud. So here we go. There it is. The Rhiw is just there. You can actually see just how quick those clouds are moving. So yeah. Good news is though, they're not carrying a lot of weight, so it's mainly just cumulus clouds, minimal weight, so minimal chance of rain. That was all this morning, which is why I left at midday. So yeah, without much further ado, let's get to the summit of this mountain, or this hill, or something, which is ironic because in Welsh, I'm not sure if that's how it's spelt, Rhiw is hill, so this is literally Mountain Hill, Mynydd Rhiw. So yeah, let's have a look, see what this is a summit, have my little lunch and then continue, I reckon. Happy days. Well, I'm almost at the summit here. The cairn is just behind me, so let's go have a little look, see what there is to see, and yeah, happy days. So look, is that actually the cairn? Wait, there are multiple. No, I'm sticking on this main track, getting lost. Even though it is a small area, getting lost on open moorland or heathland is not on my to-do list today, as the weather is closing in and fast. So ahead of me here is the signal tower. Earlier today I could see that crystal clear. Now coming from the north with a nice northerly wind, a big bank of low cloud. So let's have a look. Where is this? Where is this? What is it called? Cairn. I believe I see it just up ahead, actually, on the flat piece. So quick little double check of navigation. Find the cairn. Job done. Well, I've located the cairn, and just like when I climbed Foil Vras with my dad a few weeks ago, it's going to be covered in mist. So yeah, the cairn is just beyond the radio tower here. So yeah, that's the plan. Grab a quick photo at the cairn and then keep going is the plan. Happy days. So, made it to the top of Mynydd Rhiw. Now the plan is, I'm going to continue on south this way, link up with the Welsh coastal path, and then follow that until I get parallel to my accommodation, cut north and get back. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a minute out of this wind here because that was brutal. Let's have a look what they're forecasting. Yeah, as I thought, it's a northwestern wind gusting 29 kilometers an hour, and it's going overcast. But the good news is though, no rain, so I'm grateful for that. A little bit windy, a little bit misty. Happy days. So there we go, the westernmost point of the Llŷn Peninsula, with Aberdaron way off there in the distance, and beyond that the Irish Sea. So yeah, that's that really. About to walk into the little mining village of Rhiw, and there is actually a disused mine in the area, but that is one adventure I'm not doing unguided. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to do too much third person filming. One, as I am walking through a village, and two, I am walking on B roads. And even when I lived in Bath, I always felt uncomfortable walking these roads as people drive on them maniacally. So yeah, but that's it. About 20 minutes or so, I don't reckon I'll be on the coast path filming again. Happy days. Alright, so I've passed through Rhiw, and now it's just not summiting this hill here, but just going around the base on the Welsh coast path. So yeah, I reckon I'm around about 5 minutes away from joining it, and yeah, my plan is on the other side of this, find a nice little spot to sit down, have my sandwiches, enjoy those, and then keep moving on. So as you can tell, I'm back on the coast path. Well, not back on the coast path, haven't filmed being on the coast path, but I was hiking a little section yesterday with family, so yeah, that was fun. But I have to say, I am truly surprised. Really hope what I'm about to say next does not come and bite me in the backside, but I am truly surprised with just how few people are out. This entire hike I've only bumped into one other walker, and that's it. So it is currently peak tourist season, both at home in Switzerland and here in the UK, as it's all school holidays. But so far I have not seen anyone. So yeah, should be interesting going back. And yeah, because even though I'm in the UK at the minute, I have, for future planning, trips or hikes, and what I'm doing after this trip, I have been looking at the weather, and truth be told, it's not good. For the entire 2 weeks that I've been here, it's done nothing but rained in Switzerland. I mean, I even saw at one point the Rhine, or the Fortviri, was at close to, I think it was 200 cubic meters. Currently, the section of the Rhine that goes into Bodensee, when I checked this morning, is at 500 cubic meters a second. So that's over 500 tons of water per second. So yeah, it's not looking good for rafting when I get back, but I do have other hiking projects that I can do in the meantime. So yeah, that is that. I think I'm coming up to a spot where I can have some lunch. Well, here was my lunch spot. Lovely view of the Irish Sea and this little bay down here. I think the tide is going out, so yeah. Anyways, just need to continue up this headland here, and then I'm back at Botonog. Quick little final check to make sure I'm leaving no trace. No, good. Happy days. Okay, so I'm going to be very careful not to disturb them, but I have a herd of wild Welsh ponies ahead of me here. So I knew they were in the area because, well, road apples, but yeah, so these are 100% wild animals, so I'm going to be very, very careful. Just go slow and quietly around them, as not to disturb them too much. Because the last thing I want is for them to charge. Open terrain, I have no chance of escape. Well, I think the one at the very back, I think is a foal. Oh, it's definitely a lot smaller than the other ones. This one. spirit. The dream looks moving a little bit. One of those is the two from the spirit. I knew that was a fold. Not much of a lost person. It's still really incredible to see. I'm just going to quickly switch to my other camera. Get some nice photos. Well, here I am, another trig point, then way over the top of the mountain, just there, on Mynydd Rhiw. There's another one, so that's the path, that telehandler is now driving up. This is where I walk down, around here, all the way to the end of the headland, past the ponies, back to here, and then my journey continues down this way. Right, and once again I am walking through knee and chest high brambles. This is going to be fun, but also a little painful. I'm just happy that I'm wearing Fjallraven Vita Pro trousers, the ventilated ones, so they are a little bit lighter. They are still incredibly durable. Such as the, but they're not as breathable as even lighter material. But that is always the compromise, is unfortunately you cannot have a lightweight material that is also durable. So yeah, c'est la vie. It appears I meandered a little bit off trail and I missed an important waymarker, so I'm just going to quickly, because I thought the path went through a ruined building, not the case, but here's a waymarker to show where we're going. Let's have a look. Right, so looks like some of these are a little bit worn out, but let's see, we have Betylith, Creek Gwyniau, so white rocks. I can't read that one. Gall Traeth, Cerrig Poethion, Bryn Gwynt, Rhiw, Penrocor, or Penrocov, not sure. But yeah, it looks like this way towards Gall Traeth, or Intelligent Beach, or Beach of Sense. Gall Traeth, Intelligent Beach. So yeah, good thing I didn't miss that. Well, after having just double checked my map, I reckon I'm only around about 4, maybe 5 kilometres away from my end destination, so nice little 20-kilometre circuit. So yeah, give or take. I mean, I can even see, wow, really not that far at all. Well, having just double checked my navigation, I reckon I'm only about 5 kilometres away from my end goal, give or take. So yeah, just coming up to a lovely beach here, very rocky at this cove, but then it turns into a glorious sandy beach and there's minimal people about, so I am going to hide the camera for the time being as I am approaching a campsite. So yeah, hike through once again waist high ferns and then onto the beach, past the campsite, boom, back home to my base of operations or my accommodations for this trip, and then nice hot shower, dinner, read a book and sleep. Here's the plan. Happy days. And look at, before I sign off, look at that glorious beach. Minimal swell. Ah, today's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous day. Happy days. Now this is a really, I mean, it's not the best example, but this is very similar to the forests that would have been all over the UK. But this is classic temperate rainforest, and you can tell this is rainforest because there's a lot of moisture in the air, which means you have a lot of moss and a lot of other plants growing on the trees. So yeah, that's that. Oh, I did a few minutes ago make what I would call a whoopsie, and the whoopsie was I didn't check or double check my position, as I thought the path went along a very narrow and fast B road. Turns out that was not the case. I'm currently ascending on another path to the path itself. Righty, so just behind me, over my left shoulder, is Mynydd Rhiw, where I was earlier today. Now unfortunately I can't do too much filming because I am walking on a B road. So I do need to concentrate on that, as they are very fast, very narrow, and yeah, lots of traffic. So I'll make another update when I get off the B road. Happy days. Well, it's the last little section that I've had to walk. It's been tricky to navigate, lack of signage, and a very overgrown style, but not to worry, final stretch now. And I've just been reflecting a little bit on this hike, and it's probably been, I don't think I've done a hike and filmed it for YouTube that starts and finishes at my front door. Since I lived in Bath, I don't think so, because every other hike that I've done I've had to use public transport to get to where I want to go. So yeah, and on that note, I'm very much nearly home. Last few hundred meters or so, so I think I'm going to call it a day now. I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed being out here in nature, filming and hiking and so on. So please rate, comment, subscribe and all that jazz, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy days.